So, anyways, I'm back. I have finally fixed the audio issue. At least in terms of recording. I haven't fully tested in terms of streaming yet. That might be... I definitely know I'm going to be streaming Friday. But I would like to definitely test it before Friday. I might do a stream test maybe tomorrow, maybe on Monday. So yeah, so basically what it was an audio setting change, basically. Because I updated OBS, which is always a mistake. So basically, the audio issue was a two-part mistake. Part of it was an audio setting. Actually, it was technically a three-part change. One part was me messing around with RAM speed timings. Instead of running it at 3200, I wanted to run it, I think, at like 4800. That broke it, so I had to completely reinstall Windows, get everything reinstalled, including OBS, get up all the capture stuff set again. That all worked, but I forgot to put the mic. I forgot to set the mic, so that's why there wasn't any audio for however many videos there were and streams, which obviously I do apologize for that. So what can you expect coming up for the channel? So I will grab them and I will show you. Sorry about that. So I'm also going to talk about what games I have for Switch as well. Because as you guys know, I don't have a lot for Switch. Because I literally bought my Switch almost a year ago, actually. I bought my Switch in July of 23 of last year. And I have 5 games for the Switch physically. They're all in my hand here, and I'll go through when I bought them, and sort of why I bought them. So got that one, day one. Then it would be this. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to pull out 2 games first. I still have 3 more sitting behind me, sort of off to my right hand side, which I bought later. So the day one game that I bought, well, I shouldn't really call it day one, but bear with me here, because I didn't actually buy it the day that it came out, but that's either here nor there. But the game that I bought when I bought my Switch, which for those wondering which Switch did I go with, I went with the Tears of the Kingdom Switch OLED. Excuse me. I originally wouldn't have gone with that variant, but that was the only Switch OLED that they had where I bought it. It's a very nice system. I do enjoy using it. I've been using it sort of on and off recently. But anyways, so the first game that I bought was Pokemon. Pokemon Violet, which the card's actually in here. I can actually hear it. And to prove it, there's the card. So, and you might be wondering, why didn't I buy Scarlet? Well, why not? A lot of people bought Scarlet, and I prefer Violet anyways, even though I know it's the same thing, just different main sort of rideable character, and they only had a used copy of Violet anyways. They had a brand new copy of Scarlet, and I prefer buying used copies of games. There's only 3 games in my entire Switch collection that I bought brand new. And I'll talk about them. The next one I bought, which was on the Friday that I returned back from my trip. I was only gone for like 4 days, from the Monday to the Friday. So 3 actual days where I was in Calgary, visiting family. So, and then obviously I had 2 travel days. One to get out there, one to get back. And obviously picked up Minecraft. And you might be wondering why. Well, it is one of the only games that I think of, or that I know I should say, that have achievements. I think there might be a couple others, but I know Minecraft for sure has achievements. Because I've earned a few achievements already for it. Not many, actually. I think I've only got like only like half a dozen, maybe a dozen achievements for it. Let me actually take a look right now. Oops. Here we go. Achievements. Four achievements. I thought I had 6. So, yeah, so I bought this one brand new. And this was also one of the cheapest games that I own for Switch. I think I paid like $25 for it, I think, if I remember correctly. Then it would be the most expensive game I actually own, besides physical hardware. And what I mean by that is actual like Nintendo Switch hardware, like this was the one that came with the system, or basically without buying a brand new system. And that game is this 3D All Stars. This game, for when I bought it, and I, like I said, I typically buy used, just makes my life a lot easier. This game, like I said, without buying like an Xbox One or a PS4 or like a brand new game console, this was the most expensive game that I own. It was over $200 for a used copy, and that's including shipping and all the relative taxes as well, which is ridiculous. And part of me regrets not buying it when it was available at a cheaper price. I typically don't do that. There have been a few occasions where I do buy a game to have in my collection and save for later. This should have been one of those games, but at that time when it came out, I thought, okay, yeah, it's going to be around for a bit, maybe a year or 2. No, it was maybe 9 months, 10 months at most. And at that point, prices just went straight up. So Obviously, at that point, I was still working, thankfully, because there'd be no way normally I would be spending over $200 on a used game. But in this case, I was willing to do that because I knew it was going to be a game that was just going to keep going up in price. Like, even right now, if I look it up right now, we are looking at... Nope. We are looking right now between 192 to like 200 and... yeah, we're looking between 180 to like 200 and something, like over $200 for a brand new copy. And like I said, I paid like over 200 for used. But like I said, it's no, you can no longer buy it digitally. You can only buy it physically. At a stupid insane price, like I said, between like 180 and like $200, and I paid like just over 200. So that is a game that I'm never selling. It is a game that I'm going to be holding on for quite some time. If you do want to see some videos in that, again, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Then it would be Mario Odyssey, which was the other game that I bought recently. This one was a little bit more reasonable in price. I think it was just over 60, I think it was. Or just around 60. No, actually, it was less than that because I bought it on sale. Actually, I can tell you exactly how much it is. It was... It was $56, and that's with shipping and taxes. So, oh, free shipping actually, because it was over 35. So, yeah. So picked it up when it was on sale. Again, I picked up most of these on Amazon, actually. I'm trying to think which ones didn't I pick up on Amazon. Yeah, so just these two games I picked up off of Amazon last year. And then the next game I'm going to show, I just recently picked up back, I would like to say in January or February. I can't exactly remember. And I've been playing a fair bit of it recently over the last few days off camera. And that's just to unlock everything, like unlock all the planets. So then I have free play on all the planets. So then I can go back and do all the mini kits, all the collectibles, all that stuff on potentially on camera. If you guys want me to do more of that on camera, please let me know down below. And this is actually the first new Lego game that I bought since Force Awakens, actually, which I do have. I finished it on Xbox One, and when I mean finished, I mean like I've completed the story. I have to go back and do everything else. I do have Lego Movie 2 and Lego Movie. Lego Movie is finished, not to 100%. Again, Lego Movie 2, excuse me, I'm still working on. But I know coming up, I'm actually going to be away for a few days. So I'll be bringing Skywalker with me. I do own some DLC for this game, Character Pack 1 and 2, because it was on sale. So very, very fun game. Really enjoy playing it. And this one was also on sale when I bought it. I think I paid like $30 for it. Give me a minute here. I'll be back in a second. Oh. I'm back. Normally I keep all the receipts and stuff from when I buy games and stuff, but unfortunately I don't have that one. Unless it... I think I know where it could be. Give me a sec. Yeah, unfortunately I can't find it, but I think I paid like under 30 for it, or around 30. I think I paid like 28 or something for it. Because again, it was on sale. But if I even go to GameStop now, yeah, like it's 20 right now for the base version, which is what I bought. It is $29.99, but used was $24.99, and that's for like the standard edition as of recording. And then the deluxe edition for Switch is $89. But I technically own the deluxe edition because that comes with Character Pack 1 and 2, which I bought separately because it was on, like I said, it was on sale. So, yeah, so, yeah. So, again, if you guys do want to see, see any of the games that I mentioned, please feel free, leave a comment down below, and I'll, definitely, Um, I'll definitely make sure to do that. Um, but yeah, so those are sort of the games that I have for Switch, at least physically. There are a few that I'm still looking at getting. I'm not sure if there's. I have to see what Lego games there are for Switch, because I do enjoy playing the Lego games. Um, they're fun. There we go. Just put them away so then I don't have to worry about them. And then you might also be wondering, like, why did you buy a Switch? Because you have so many other consoles, which is true. I am lucky on that side. It's there's a few reasons. One is the portability aspect of it. Like, I can just take it with me. Like I said, I'm going away for a few days. I think next month, actually, just for a few days, just actually to to a friend's cottage. So I'll be bringing it up with me there. So that's nice. I don't need to bring other gear. I just need to bring this. Well, I'm not actually bringing the black grip for it. I'm just bringing the Joy-Cons and the controller itself, or the system itself. There's also a lot of games that are only exclusive to the Switch and the Switch itself. So that's like all the Mario stuff, all the Pokemon stuff, all the Zelda stuff, which actually, ironically, I've never actually played a Zelda game in my life. And just to be able to have access to those games is nice. Yeah, some of them are expensive as hell. Like 3D All Stars, like I said, was over $200. But like I said, I was working when I bought all that stuff. And I've been using the Switch a lot more recently because I've taken a lot of time off recently for the last few days from Overwatch because I finished an event there recently. So I thought, okay. And I hadn't really been using the Switch recently anyways because I've just been grinding through Overwatch stuff. So once that was all done, I was like, okay, taking a bit of a break, jump onto the Switch, and enjoying it. So yeah, and I had been looking at buying a Switch for a number of years, and at that point when it first came out back in I think 2017, I would like to say. When did the Switch come out? Yeah, March 3rd, 2017. And it was actually a decent system. And I was looking actually at buying the standard Switch at that point. Not the OLED, just the standard Switch. But unfortunately, when I had the budget for it, just the timing just didn't work out, shall we say, initially. So it did take me a little bit longer to get one because of that. But hey, I did end up getting one. Sooner or later, I knew I was going to get one. Like I said, just because of what's available for it, and you might be wondering, like, do you think you'll be upgrading to Switch 2 or whatever comes out next? I'm not sure. Let me put it that way. I'm typically the guy that hangs on to hardware for a hell of a lot longer than normal. Like, I still have a PS3, for example, from 2008. I still have a Nintendo Wii from 2006, right? So I do have a lot of older hardware. Unless there is a drastic improvement in performance, if there are games that are only exclusive to that system, then I might consider. And it has to be backwards compatible for me to really consider it. Is it only going to be digital, right? That's the other option, right? They could make the Switch 2 or whatever the heck they're calling it digital only, right? And as you can see behind me, I have a ton of games, right? Like the one by the white figure there, which is a Master Chief figure that I printed, which was about 40 some odd hours. That's all my PlayStation stuff. That's PS3 stuff, PS4 stuff. And then beside it, up on the shelf, beside the Glaceon plush, is my Nintendo Switch stuff and the bulk of my Xbox 360 collection. And then I have some stuff sitting behind my lamp there, which is all my Halo stuff. I have a lot of digital stuff as well, because my Xbox One is digital only. If you guys want a video of what I have on what system, again, let me know. And I don't mind sharing what I have on what hardware. You sort of know what I have on Switch when I've shown off sort of what recently played stuff I have. But I do like the Switch and stuff like that. It's a fun system. It's definitely... It was a little bit weird at first, playing the Switch. And you might be wondering, like, why didn't you just buy the Switch Lite? The Switch Lite lacked a few things for me that I need. Being able to have the Joy-Cons separate and being able to plug it into a monitor in this case. And also it felt very, very cramped for me to actually physically play it. Like, let me grab my Switch, for example. And I'm going to put the Joy-Cons... Ow, ooh, that hurt. Just smacked my elbow on my chair. Like, this feels very, very normal for me. Like, Switch was like... I was, like, crunched in like this, basically. I was like this. Like, it was a nice unit, don't get me wrong. But if I was going to... would I... The only way that I would be willing to get one is if it was given to me. Or if I won one in a contest of some sort. That actually hurt. But other than that, I would have bought the standard Switch or the Switch OLED. Personally. Just being able to hook it into a monitor, have the Joy-Con separate, as well as having a little bit more arm room as well, because like I said, the Switch for me, the Switch Lite was it's a good design, don't get me wrong. It's just that for me, it felt very, very cramped. I knew I was going to be mispressing buttons and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a cheaper price, which is a good thing. There's always an option there. But you're also sort of limited in some games as well. It felt like almost like playing on a mobile device. In some sense. So for me, if I knew I was going to be buying a Switch, I would have bought, like I said, the OLED, which this one is. This is the Tears of the Kingdom edition, or the standard Switch, the red box version, or like a different variant of the OLED. But unfortunately, when I bought mine at the place I bought it, they only had the Tears of the Kingdom, which unfortunately didn't come with it, even though in other parts of the world it did. which is kind of annoying that it doesn't do it here, but whatever. So you might be wondering, like, will I be upgrading to Switch 2? No. Just because I'm happy with the Switch that I have, and unless there's some revolutionary technology for it, it's backwards compatible, better screen, better frame rate, longer battery life, obviously, and the battery life on this is amazing. But realistically, it's always, for me, it's always plugged into the dock, so it doesn't really matter. In that case, it's always charged. The main thing for me is the Joy-Cons having longer battery life. That's sort of the main issue that I've had with it right now recently. But other than that, really, I'm happy with the Switch. Why would I upgrade? It's just another console that I have to have hardware for and buy games for. I want to build out a bigger Switch collection. That's sort of what my goal is for a little bit of this year. Plus, buying a different printer, 3D printer that is. So yeah. So looking at more Switch stuff at the moment. There are a few games that I am looking at, like what is it here? Like Princess Peach Showtime, which I do have the demo for. If I say I am sort of looking at Animal Crossing New Horizons, Pokemon Sword and or Shield I'm looking at. I have Odyssey. There are a few games that I am looking at, but the big ones, like I said, are Sword and Shield, one of those ones, or Princess Peach Showtime, which I do actually have the demo for. So there's a few games that are coming out soon. As well, so I'm going to keep an eye out on that as well, of stuff that's coming out. So yeah, I want to build out a bigger Switch collection. I don't have a lot of Switch, at least physically. I have some stuff digitally, like I have Overwatch, I have a few different games, obviously, but I don't have a lot of Switch stuff. I have more PC, Xbox One, PS4, 360, for example. I haven't really been like, and let me be clear, this is the first Nintendo system I bought since 3DS. Right? I had a 3DS for a number of years. Then I moved over to Xbox at that point back in 2016, winter of 2016, just because I wasn't using it, and there's more games for the Xbox that I was actually going to play than on 3DS. So I sort of left Nintendo behind, and which is kind of funny because I had some of the hardware back in the day. Like I had a GameCube, I had a Game Boy Color back in the day, I had an Advanced SP back in the day. I had a lot of handhelds back in the day, actually. I had, let's see if I can remember all of them. I had a Game Boy Color, the Advanced SP, the PlayStation Portable, 3DS XL, to clarify on that. So I had 4 handhelds right? But I'd been more PC, or later, like, starting in, like, 2011, 2012, I guess? No, sorry. Yeah, like 2011, 2012, sort of, and then really started in, like, 2013 with World of Tanks and a lot of other stuff, but really kicked off in 2016. So that's when I bought, like, Call of Duties and, like, a lot of the older Call of Duties and a lot of other games as well. So I've been more PC, than console for the last number of years, but I do have obviously access to older hardware, like, GameCube stuff because of the Wii that I have, 360, PS4, Xbox One, obviously, but being it digital. So I do have access to that hardware. So going to Switch, it was a little bit weird, in a sense, because I'd been mostly PC and some console stuff, but mostly, PC. But now, just the portability aspect of it, and having the option to play Pokemon, Mario, Zelda if I wanted to, right? I have those options. So, yeah, so obviously I'm very lucky that I was able to buy one when I did, and get some really good games as well. So yeah, so I don't know what games I am going to get next for the Switch. Like I said, I am looking at Princess Peach Showtime. I am looking at that. There's a few others that I am looking at for Switch. And originally, the Switch for me was basically going to be the exclusives, like Mario, Zelda, Pokemon, right? That was basically the aspect of the Switch for me at that point. But obviously, it sort of evolved with, like, Minecraft and Lego Star Wars. So it's basically sort of a bit of a mix between sort of the exclusives and what's on sale. Because typically I'd be playing, Lego Star Wars on Xbox, because that's where I have, Lego Star Wars 2, Complete Saga, Lego Movie 2, Ninjago, and Force Awakens, right? So, I would primarily be doing it on there, but obviously I would have had to buy it digitally, and as of recording, it is not on sale, I don't think. I'd be surprised if it is. No. I would have to go through. I would have to go through Game Pass. I think. Oh no, I can just buy it. Yeah, no, it's not on sale. It's $79.99. So if I was going to buy it, I would just buy it on PC. Because it's cheaper on PC than it is on Xbox. It is $59, I think it is, on Steam. Yeah, it's like $59 on yeah, $59.99 on Steam. So, like 20 something dollars cheaper. And I can also mod it as well. So Yeah, it would make more sense for me to do it on PC than Xbox, as of now. I don't know what it is on PS4 though. There we go. Oh, that's not the site that I need. Here it is. I think it's, yeah, it's $79.99 on PS4 digitally, and I don't know what it is on Amazon, because I would have bought it on Amazon anyways. There you go. It is $34, but it's a UK imported version. PS4 is like $30, so I would, if I was going to buy it on, yeah, they're asking like $200 for the deluxe edition. It's kind of funny that even Force Awakens is still $34, which that game's almost 10 years. It'll be 10 years in 2 years actually, which I do own. Actually, I own it 3 times. I own it on Xbox One, 360, and PS3. Only the Xbox One version for me is finished in terms of like main story and stuff. I have to go back and finish it on Xbox One and, or sorry, Xbox 360 and PS3. But anyways, it is what it is. So I've enjoyed the Switch. Let me put it that way. I'm not going to get rid of it just because I have it. I'm done trading off stuff to buy stuff anymore. If I want something, I'll try to find a job and buy it myself at that point. So, anyways, more content tomorrow, actually. So, anyways, bye-bye.